Good morning from a beautiful October 2nd morning in Provincetown. I'm out here in the parking lot of the Anchor Inn. I won't get in trouble, I hope. It's owned by our friends, Michael and Chris. I think they won't mind if I'm back here. Look at the view that their parking lot has. It's so beautiful. It's warm, it's October 2nd, right? But the water temperature keeps Provincetown warmer than the mainland. I would assume it's quite a bit cooler. I'm out here in a t-shirt and trackies, and I'm completely comfortable. In fact, if I were exercising, which I definitely would not, I would be warm. But I just had to show this to you. We are slowing down so quickly at the guest houses. I don't know why people don't come this time of year. I really don't. I know it's a bit of a crapshoot, and I know that there've definitely been early Octobers and late Septembers when it's cold. So it is a bit of a gamble if you make your reservations in advance. But I keep looking at our reservation system, and thinking, where is everybody? I keep expecting more reservations to be coming for this weekend, and they're just not coming in. I mean, wouldn't you like to be here? We're taking the opportunity, since we have so few guests, to start work on winterizing both properties, and also doing as much as we can ahead of time to get everything ready for next year. So that means we're shampooing carpets, we're doing deep cleanings in the rooms, and we are working on exterior stuff, repainting one whole side of 7 Central. This is all work that we do now when it's slow and when we still want to be paying our employees and giving them as many hours as we possibly can, even though it's slow. So this is an opportunity for us to really get ahead of the curve, so that when we come back to Provincetown in the spring, we can basically just open up the doors and we're ready to go. But that's the plan anyway. It doesn't always happen that way, but we will hopefully be successful in that. P-Town just gets in your soul. It really does. All right, let's walk up to Commercial Street. I was actually surprised when I came out. It's like 6:30 in the morning, and there are a fair number of people biking and doing their morning walks and jogging. And the trash, you hear that? And the trash is being picked up in town. This is the Brasswood, which is a family-run guest house in Provincetown. And it used to be the White Wind Inn. Now it's the Brasswood. Definitely recommend you try it out. And of course, behind me is the Anchor Inn, owned by our friends Michael and Chris, who have been inn owners in Provincetown for about 5 years longer than we were, or that we have been. I should say we were. I don't know what I think I'm doing today. It is so early that Joe's Coffee isn't open yet. Looks like they're just getting ready to open those doors. I always say Joe's Coffee. It's not Joe's Coffee, it's Joe Coffee. And it's not Johnny's Footlong, it's John's Footlong hot dogs. I'm giving out misinformation on these vlogs, and I apologize. Oh, this is the Queen Vic. We've shown you the Queen Vic before on this vlog. This belongs to our friends Josh and Stan and Paul, and we just adore them. Look at how pretty they make it. Queen Vic. And this is the Prince Albert. Going back onto Central Street. And 7 Central. My home. Oh, the bunny. Hi, bunny. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. We found out last week that our neighbor next door, Carol, is feeding the bunny, and I guess has been all summer long, and it'll eat out of her hand. We wondered why it was getting so tame around people, and we thought maybe it's just encountered so many people in coming and going from 7 Central that it just knows that people are basically just gonna leave it alone and ignore it. But no, it's because it's a well-fed bunny thanks to our sweet neighbor Carol. It's still looking good. It's still looking good, guys. Pretty 7 Central. Our staff is not even here yet. I should open the doors. All right. After a long season, when things start emptying out, Kurt and I both start appreciating the property more. You know, it was so much work to get it going, and it just seems never ending. And then once you get it done, then you have just masses of people coming and staying with you, and it's check-ins and check-outs and breakfast and maintenance problems and getting supplies, and it just rolls day after day after day after day, and you can't catch your breath. And now we can catch our breath and we can enjoy the properties while they're still beautiful. Because in a couple weeks, this all has to come apart. It's all going to be taken down and winterized and prepped for closing up. So we really have learned to appreciate these few weeks in autumn, because it's the only time really that it really feels like it's ours. It really feels like it's ours. Kurt's poor tomatoes are coming to the end, but look how many he's got coming out. So we will get some, and look, it wants to do more. I really have to harvest some of these and get the seeds out of them because I am trying to keep the seeds to germinate next spring. We might start some in Florida and then bring them up here so that they get a head start. This morning, just one guest ordered breakfast. So I've given Jeff the morning off. Good morning, Curtis. How are you?
I'm fine.
Tell me about your morning so far. What
We're
are
in
you
the
doing?
weeds. We're in the weeds.
Why?
We had to make a breakfast. And he ordered cheese and scrambled eggs. And we're out of practice. We'll do it. We'll do it. We're innkeepers. We could do the impossible.
So we did breakfast. Breakfast was no problem at all. Very simple to do. In fact, it's all done. We're early, so it's just sitting, waiting to go to the room.
We're probably going to have to remake it because it'll be cold.
No, we won't. We're not waiting that long. But we're waiting because we want the coffee to be hot and fresh, and it's a cold morning out. So we are waiting a few minutes before taking it up. We've got 2 rooms in residence right now. So the season is definitely winding down. The inn is quiet, which feels nice. It's such a change. It's usually just people coming and going all the time. And I realized that probably it's hard for you to conceptualize it because we don't show the guests in this vlog. It's hard for you to get an idea of the comings and goings and the amount of activity that there actually is here at the inn. You've been on this the whole time. Have you been picking your nose or anything?
No, but I have something I was waiting for you to finish. I'm glad to hear you're done. I saw
you hold that.
No, because I have to do something.
Are you in the picture?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw in one of my shorts. If you guys have eye floaters, I saw this guy, this eye doctor, and he said for 30 seconds, rub down here. Apparently there's some kind of blood or something. He says you'd feel a hole, but I don't feel a hole. Rub down here for 30 seconds and then move your eyes all around because that brings more blood to your eyeballs, I guess, and cleans out the floaters. And you have to do it for several days. But I may have a few less floaters. I have a lot of floaters. I always thought Cory had hair.
I do not have floaters, but that's Kurt's health tip for the day.
Yeah. Now that I got my toes all stretched out.
Come on, yeah. Now that the toes are done, come on, we got to get this out. It's time.
We did it. It was touch and go.
Kurt,
Cory,
what's on your agenda for today?
the wall.
Still working on the wall.
The wall.
All right.
And then maybe you and I got to go into the rooms and do the lists for everybody.
Yep.
Our close down lists, touch ups, all that stuff.
Yep.
And then you wanted to go to something at Aquabar. See if you can't get them to move it to like 4.
Oh, okay. I'll see what I can do. Aha!
Shirt on. Sorry.
You're on a ladder.
Not as high as him. Look at he's suicidal. He's gonna jump any minute.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Just checking. I was alarmed.
Jennifer goes to the bottom of the window and then some of this. Jeff does some of this to this. Spooky's there to here, so I'm doing here to here. You know, I was thinking the last time I did this, it was probably a year after we bought it. Remember all the painting I did? And I did all of this
Yeah.
by myself. Around guests, when guests were coming or
Hint
guests were...
taken.
Huh?
Hint taken. You want to do this guys now?
All right, well, I hadn't seen you in a while, Kurt, so I figured you were doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. Goodbye, boys.
Bye, love.
Good luck. Everybody be careful.
We're going to hopefully finish up tonight, right, Spooky?
Good one.
Kurt's very bad because he's not supposed to be up that high on the ladder. You know, I've told him over and over that he's indispensable, that I cannot do these businesses without him. He's 60 years old, and I said, Kurt, don't put yourself in a situation that could be anywhere remotely dangerous. And so I said, don't get up on that ladder. Don't go high on that ladder. So what's he doing? He's up on the ladder. What do you do with that? What do you do with that? I married a daredevil for a husband. It's about 7:45 in the morning, and the fire alarm testing company is here. This is an inspection that we go through once a year in order to be able to get our license for next year. And it's really loud when they test the main alarm. So usually I sit across the street until they're done. Okay, they're gonna go do it right now. I'm just staying out here. Also this morning, we're having a new hot water heater for the main house delivered and installed. So it's a busy morning at 7 Central. When these guys are done, they go over to Charm and do the fire alarm testing over there too. All right, give an update, Kurt.
The electrical panel testing just finished at both ends, and now we are having some major work done to one of the boilers at 7 Central. This company is wonderful. They just go through hoops for everybody, and they're great. And so that's going to take all day. So, but it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. Are we going to be without
Yes.
water?
Hot water.
Hot water? What about cold water?
You'll have plenty of cold water.
All right, I need to make sure the bathrooms work. The good thing is that in the times when we haven't been able to utilize the main house's bathroom, we have 11 other bathrooms that would work for us that we could use.
Now let's take a trip down to the wall, because it wasn't supposed to rain last night. It did, and we have crews coming in to paint.
All right, let's go look.
The way the rain came down, it didn't hit the wall, which is great. We call this the wall, and it's not the biggest wall here at 7 Central, but everybody hates working on this. I don't know, because we have to redo this like every 6 years or so, and everybody hates it. It's a pretty wall. It's gonna look great when it's just done. Anyway, there's 3 people coming to work on this today, and although it won't be done, we're gonna be getting pretty damn close. And this is P-Town off season. or deep shoulder season, all you hear are contractors.
It's true. There's a contractor doing something down there. We can hear it. We've got Cape Cod Oil here.
And
We had Long Point Electric a second ago.
Yeah. And you're just going to hear a bunch of pounding and sanding and swearing soon. It's an army of contractors come in. And you know, when we first got here, there were just a handful. And after COVID, there was so much renovation. So many people moved out of the cities and moved back here, or moved here, and did a lot of renovating. So there's a lot of new contractors in town, which is overall is a good thing, because we were at the mercy a lot of times at, you know, just a handful of people. So it's a good thing. Oh, and tomorrow we have remember our storm door at Charm that blew off in a storm? Ba-dum-bum. That's getting replaced finally tomorrow.
Oh, Kurt has discovered his magic powers. Show us, Kurt.
I've heard people say that I can work magic in the laundry. Let's see. I can. I'm magic. That's it.